Hi guys, welcome to FRL Racing League, Formula Racing League. BMW M2, BMW M2 European Sprint Cup round 5 at the Hungaroring. Still got a couple of cars out on track, and as we wait for the countdown to stop so we can start qualifying. With A Sharp at top at the moment, with currently Munster in second on the practice board, but here we go. It's a night qualifying. Looks to be a fast track, 10 degrees. Who's coming out first? That's Munster. Always seems to lead the way in quali. Lead the way in the championship too. Keller comes out to the pit. There's a Comsman, Crossman. Well, so it's out on track. You got Burkirk. There's Harvey out on track. I think qualifying may have caught a few of them out with it being a night race, night qualifying. There's a couple of more cars coming out to the pit now. So we currently got 16 races on track. And as it stands in the championship of the team's championship of Team of, currently on top spot with 560 points. We got Golden Oldies on 486. Team FRTL Mia Motorsports on 471. CCR is in fourth spot with 468. SGR Racing 435. RW Racing 411. Wall Investigation Team 403. Geriatric GT on 384. Housey Rejoin on 376. Turn 1 Sim Racing is currently on 311. Redline Racing Team 244. GT UKR Racing 243. Apex GT on 181. And Team Pekka picking up some points with 56. So we're at the Hungaroring, 14 corners. Mr. Gedman comes around turns 8, rounds turn 9. The sweep in turn 10. Plenty of runoff in turns 11. No doubt a lot, no doubt a few times may get deleted at that point. Excuse me. So we've got 11 minutes to go as we just jump on board with some of the racers going around the track. As everybody seems to be out on track, we'll see who comes across the line and sets the benchmark time for everyone else. Munster comes across the line with a 1:58.6, which, looking at the times just before practice, 1:58.6 I think was about the benchmark in practice, but it's qualifying. So we just wait for more times to get onto the board, and we can have a look to see who can improve and who cannot. As Munster seems to be the only driver at the moment with a 158.6. Closely followed by Sloots with a 1.4, crossing the line, Sir 19 with a 1.2 behind. Townsend is 2 seconds. As times start to come in now, maybe some of them will get a time on the board, get a feel for the track, come back into pit, get fresh tyres, come back out, see if they can improve on their time. As El Prentice has just set the time as well, coming across the line. There's a few other cars coming across the line now. Kuntalak set a time. He sets a time currently in 4th. Jabino sets a time currently in 3rd. So we jump on board with Mr. Gedman, who is closely followed by, not too sure, but he sets a time and is 8th. Keller around turns 14. Get a nice run out of here. You can always put the car in front under a lot of pressure, especially in these cars. As it comes down into turn 1, this Keller sets a time and currently goes 3rd fastest. Harvey doesn't set the time, with Pospisil coming across the line, jumps up into 4th. Sarah coming around the last corner. Sets the time and goes 8th, with Sloot just in front. Stays where he is. Surf 19 comes across the line again. Can he improve on his time? Stays there. As other cars come across the line, so El Prentice around the final corner. Stays where he is. A Sharp. Sets a time. 3rd, with Brown closely followed behind. Sets a time, goes 9th. So there's most probably people coming into the pit now. Who's coming? Oh, as Tala comes across the line, I tried catching him on a timing board, but I couldn't catch him. He improves on his time with Jabino coming across the line. Improves. No, with Gerdman currently in 14th. Stays where he is. Keller coming on the final corner. Can he have a good drive out and improve? He stays where he is, with Munster on provisional pole, coming across the line and improves on his time. Can Harvey set the time? He bumps up to 5th. Pospisil crosses the line, stays where he is. Sarah, can he improve with a 2.1 behind the pole, provisional pole sitter? He does improve, goes 8th. Stays where he is. Sloots with Surf 19 jumping up into 5th. Coming across the line now is Townsend. Stays there. Oh, and that's El Prentice. He jumps up to 5th. Still got just over 5.5 minutes to go, with Brown coming around the final corner. Crosses the line. stays where he is. Can Crossman improve or put Munster under a bit more pressure? Crosses the line, stays where he is. With Jabino closely followed behind. Stays where he is. Gedman coming across the line. Goes to 12th. Keller coming across the line, followed by another couple of cars. Not too far behind as they come out to the final corner. Keller doesn't improve on his time. Does Talak? He doesn't. Sharp, I think, stays third. Harvey, can he improve on his time? He doesn't. With Pospisil coming across the line, he improved, jumps up to 5th. Sarah comes around the last corner. Closely followed by Verkerk. Stays where he is. Verkerk still out there needing a set time. That was Surf 19, I believe, jumping up then the table. With Prentice coming around the final corner with a car just in front. I think it was Townsend. Right. Crossman is the next guy to cross the line. Comes out to turn 13. Keeps it nice and tight. Can he have a good run out of the final corner and improve on his time? Oh, bit wobbly coming out of that corner then. I think he'll improve. He jumps up to 2nd. Jabino stays there. Gedman crosses the line. Can he improve? Stays there with Brown, the next car. He stays there. What can Keller do? Doesn't improve. Oh, he does improve, sorry. Keller goes up into 6th, sorry. Oh, look at the wrong number. Harvey in 9th. Stays where he is. Just over 2 minutes left. He stays 7th. With Verkerk. Can he set a time? He doesn't. Can Daza do anything? Currently in 15th. Stays there. Prentice comes into the pits. Surf 19 crosses the line. Stays. God, this thing's red. Oh. Crossman. Goes up into 3rd. He lost 2 places, but jumps back up 1, doing so. Jabino stays there. Gedman currently in 12th. Just got a minute to go. These guys still can do another lap. Currently in 14th. Jumps up into 11th. As there's a load of cars coming across the line. See the board, see changes. Sharp jump into 2nd. There's Munster is still the provisional pole sitter as it stands. Harvey stays. Pospisil, the next car across the line. Burkirk, what can he do? He may have time to do one more lap. I think he'd just make it. He'll do another lap. Oh. Sorry guys. I don't know what... Sorry guys, I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry guys, it's not letting me drive. So sorry, I clicked drive and now I'm stuck. Oh, I can't believe this. You just jump on board the time tape. I can't click on drive. I can't get back into the view. Oh, drive is coming up. Right then guys, I'm so sorry for that. I pressed drive by mistake. As it stands, you have Munster on top spot. He does a 157.9 with a Sharp in second, with Tulloch in third. Crossman comes across the line in fourth, Pospisil in fifth, L. Prentice in sixth, Keller in seventh, Brown in eighth, Serpentine in ninth, Sarah in 10th, Harvey in 11th, Gibino in 12th, Gedman in 13th, Sloot in 14th, Townsend in 15th, Burkirk in 16th. So that will be the race, the starting lineup for races 1 and 2. So whatever you come in race 1 doesn't determine the grid for race 2. So your qualifying will be races 1 and 2. As Munster is currently on top spot of the championship as well, with a couple of other races not too far behind. I'll take you to the standings now. 2 seconds. So as the standings go, Munster is on top spot with 245. He's won out of 8 races, 6 of them come 5th twice in his 3rd race, with L. Prentice not too far behind on 230 points. He's picked up podiums every race as well, with Adam Sharp not too far behind with 227, picking up a couple of podiums too. On 224 points you have Pospisil. So Tulloch is in 5th spot. He's picked up a couple of podiums, as has Postmasil just in front. So Crossman has a couple of podiums, currently on 214 points, with Tulloch on 218, sorry. So you got Jack Prentice. Hasn't picked up a podium, but he's not too far behind on 207 points, with Surf 19 currently in 8th place, on 202 points. You have Sloot, in 9th with 185 points. In 10th you have Sarah on 175. Brown is on 173. Jabino on 171 in 12th. 13th is Nakmanov at 165 points. Keller's in 14th with 157. Barnett is in 15th with 149, with Trotman in 16th with 148. On the same points, Gedman also on 148, closely followed by 144 points. Verkerk, Daza Tenzone in 19th is on 138. Kruger is on 131 points. Christie 121. Colpitts 114. Micheletti 91. Zanov 78. Hartog 44. Harvey 28. Well-beloved 27. Schneider 24. And that is all the points in the championship, with 30 seconds left to go, with Munster going to be controlling the pack.
20 seconds.
Coming around turns 14, as they're going to have a run down into turn 1.
10 seconds.
Where that's going to be a lot of overtaking places for the majority of the race, because every single race so far has been absolutely so close racing, with many overtakes, which this track will no doubt deliver. Short formation laps, straight into the race, 30 minutes. Formula Racing League, BMW M2 European Sprint Cup, round 5 of the Hungaroring. And the lights are out. Come on then. Run down into turns 1. As the cars are all bunched up. That's a lovely view. As it's squabbling, coming down into turn 2 as a couple of cars make contact. So the race leader is out in front, with a couple of cars closely followed behind. So Munster got a nice gap out in front, with Crossman coming across second, Tulloch in third, as everybody seems to be getting bunched up now. Coming down into turn 6 and 7. Like a tricky chicane, it goes right, Rizaldo goes left. You gotta hit it right. Well, you couldn't gain and lose times on that. Munster seems to have a nice gap out in front with a 1.6 lead. Crossman is second, closely followed by Tulloch in third. As they have a run down into turn 12. Seem to be single file at the moment. Crossman might Might be under pressure, coming out turns 14, drag race down into turn 1. Telek seems to be all over the back of him. Telek prefers the racing line, the grippy side. Now he'll make a move, looks on the inside, can he make a stick? Doesn't. Some of the cars coming out of turn 1, drag race down into turn 2. Brown's under a bit of pressure from Surf 19. They have a drag race up into turns 4. It's a good overtaking spot as well. As Brown is under pressure now from Surf 19. Both picked up a little bit of damage. Grossman has a little breathing space out in front from Telek, with El Prentice being under pressure from Pospisil. Closely followed by Kayla. Just having a look in the background. As the battles are commencing all over the place, which is good. Just look in the background. As an overtake doesn't stick, Gedman defends well. Coming out of turns 12 into turns 13. As they come out of turns 14. But it looks like Brown is under a lot of pressure for Surf 19, but just in front, Harvey's under pressure. Oh, put in Sarah under pressure, sorry. Brown 2 under braking. Oh, his contact. So, a couple of cars will gain places there. As Cross, or as Prentice. Oh, sorry. As Telek is under pressure from Crossman now, who was currently in second, so something must have happened. They run out to turn 4, coming to turns 5. Just keeps it on the inside. Tricky chicane. Turn 6 and 7. Telek defending well. Whoop, goes a little bit wide. And then run out to turn 11. The Pospisil is putting pressure on Prentice, just in front of him now. Prentice attacking and defending. As there is Sarah under pressure for Surf 19 and Sloot. Prentice keeps it on the inside. Might be under pressure now coming out of this corner, but does Sloot stick it on the inside to Surf 19? Coming down into turn 2. Looks to go on the inside. No. Doesn't make a move on him, pass on him, man. It's Prentice and Pospisil are having a battle. Hospital. Taking different lines. Whoop, a little bit bouncy coming over the chicane. As it's a bit of dirt. From Hospital have a better run out of turns 10 and 11 and put him under pressure coming down into turn 12.
Bit window is open.
As he does have a look on the inside. Prentice has a better racing line out of that corner. Sarah still under pressure from Surf 19. Sarah defend off Surf 19 coming out of turns 14 and having a drag race down into turn 1. Bit of damage on the front with Gedman just in front giving Sarah a bit of a slipstream. Aerodynamics have gone a little bit on Sarah's car. Just in the background, Townsend and Harvey are having a scrap, with Harvey getting a little bit closer. Harvey brakes harder than Townsend. A good run out to turn 3 can put him under a lot of pressure up into turn 4 as he goes a little bit wide. Little Munster currently out in front, coming around turns 8 and 9. Nice comfortable lead from Tulloch with 3 seconds. 1.6 seconds. The Apprentice Pospisil must have gone a little bit wide and dropped some time. Keller is not too far behind with Gateman and Sarah Surf 18 all over the back of him as they come out of turns 11. Serpentine seems to have a better racer line coming into this corner, but I think he went a little bit wide. No, he keeps it nice and tight. Sarah has got to defend coming down into turn 1. It's a drag race. They both got a bit of a slipstream from Gateman just in front, but who's going to be the best on brakes? Looks like Sarah has held him off with Daza under pressure from Harvey. Coming under turn 1, makes him big in the mirror, but nothing comes of it. So Crossman has come into the pit with Burkirk, Sloot also making theirs too. A-Sharp seems to have stayed in the pits with Brown making his pit stop. So Sarah is under a lot more pressure now from Surf 19 coming around turn 5. Can he stick behind him? Comes out these tricky corners. Gotta hit that corner right in certain cars. You can glide over them. Some cars you gotta go around them. The Surf 19 is all over the back of Sarah now with a bit of a damage front end, losing a bit of aerodynamics, no doubt. They're doing well to keep it on the black stuff with Daza under pressure now from Harvey coming down into the braking zone. just missing each other. Good overtake as they come around this hairpin. Climb up the hill, coming around the final corner. Sarah coming into the pit, the Feinstein staying out, so Daza, can he put Harvey under pressure coming down into turn 1? Can he be better on the brakes? Sloot and Brown are going at it. Just 2 minutes, just over halfway. Just a little bit out of shape, a little. Gateman is under pressure from Sir 19 now. Sir 19 doing well, considering he got a damaged car. Putting Gateman under pressure. Come around this sweeping couple of corners. For a break, for an overtaking maneuver down into this braking zone, which Sir19 was a little bit out of shape. Gedman sticks it and stays in front. The Harvey is still defending off Townsend, goes a little bit. He comes into the pit to make his. The Crossman is in the lead at the moment out of the pit stops. With Brown a little bit closer to Sloot. Run up into turn 4. You need to get this corner right, coming up into the next chicane. Kicks up a little bit of dirt. Out does he do? Straight over it. Vidal Prentice is still in front of Pospisil. Tulloch not too far in front, currently 3 seconds in front of these two. We're not too far behind Akela, holding on just in the background. With Gedman under more pressure from Sir 19. Needs a good run out of this corner. Serpentine goes wide. Gedman keeps it nice and tight. Well, doesn't go wide. Gedman comes into the pit. Sir 19 stays out. Will Sir 19 repair his car when he comes into the pit? Who knows? A Sloot is under more pressure now from Brown, which these two have made the pit stop. So this is for position. Brown seems to be a little bit too far back to make any kind of move. So sticking with each other. The Pospisil goes and looks to get a little bit closer. If he can stay with him throughout the lap, coming out into the final corner, he might have a good run down into turn 1, but coming around his turns 10 and 11, sweeping left and right, potentially have a good ride. Good run up to 11, down to 12, possibly, but this is where he could make a move. A little bit too far back. With 12 minutes left to go, potentially 13-14. So this is where Pospisil could make his move on Prentice coming down into turn 1. As they go side by side. Are they side by side? Nearly. As Pospisil has a better run out of that corner coming down into turn 1. Who's the best on the brakes? Pospisil will stick it on the outside. No, I thought he may have broke a little bit sooner and cut back in. Apprentice defends well, holds him off. So you need a good run out of turn 3. It's a potential overtaking spot if you can have a good run out of that corner. As he's not too far behind us, Verkerk under pressure from Harvey now. Harvey with a little bit of damage to his front bonnet too, closely followed by Gibino. Oh, as he goes wide, so Harvey will put him under more pressure into this hairpin. As he sticks it on the inside with Gibino, having a look on the outside. No, as Verkerk sticks it on the inside. Harvey cuts back in. Verkerk goes a little bit wide with Gibino not too far behind, looking to go down into turn 1, 3 abreast. No, Harvey wins a battle with Verkerk not too far behind with Gibino, looking for a gap to put these two under a lot of pressure, maybe picking up 2 places in the run. But Verkerk has... So Gibino gains places there with Brown coming down. Now he takes a position off Sloot, with Tulloch currently a race leader, with Munster your championship leader in second. In the pits with Pospisil still out in 3rd, Serpentine in 5th, and Townsend currently still out on track in 6th, with Prentice, Serpentine and Munster in the pits now. So that'll be the majority of everyone doing their pits. So I've no look out on track at the moment. Everybody seems to be a bit spread out, with Brown pulling away on Sloot just a bit. As the race leader comes down into the chicane. Wow, chicanes. Turn 6 and 7. No. When will Tulloch come into pit? On Pospisil. As Munster has pitted and with the fastest lap. Oh, he stays out. Pospisil, what's he do? He comes in. Oh, Tulloch. Oh, he dived into the pit then, did he? Yeah. Right, so that would have made everybody that is currently racing making a pit stop with your race leader Munster not too far behind his apprentice, under a lot of pressure, being put under a lot of pressure from Crossman. They'll both be having a good race.
Pit window is now closed.
So with 7.5 minutes to go, everybody has made the pit stop. Well, in the pit. And Crossman all over the back apprentice. Can he gain some momentum coming out of this corner and put apprentice under pressure coming down into turn 1? Might be a little bit far back. Crossman seems to go a little bit closer now. Coming down into turn 2. Whoa! He goes way past his braking point then, but Gedman is defending the serpentine coming down and around turn 2, sweeping up into turn 3, keep it on track. Gedman goes a little bit wide, but they made that corner. Gedman under pressure, serpentine with Sarah closely following behind. Serpentine looks on the inside of Gedman. Gedman goes to the inside. As they make it across the curbs. Coming round now. Turns 9, sweeping turns 10 and 11. Can he have a go down into the next corner? And have a look on the inside maybe. A little bit closer. Does he look? No, he doesn't do it. Sarah has gotten a little bit closer to this bunch, squabbling out in front. Gedman still holding on to 7th. Serpentine not too far behind. Really brake late. I think he'll follow him for now. With Verkerk under pressure from Brown, who looks and takes it up on the inside with Sloot. Can he capitalise on the mistake from Verkerk with Brown going wide? Sloot is on the inside. Brown stays on the outside with Sloot all over the back of Brown, coming down into turn 1 with Brown trying to break the slipstream. All on the dirty side of the track. Pick your braking point and you turn into the corner. Sloot done it well. Sticks it on the inside. Verkerk looks to be not too far behind Brown as they come down into turns 2. A good run out of turn 3. Stays on track, but Brown gained and lost. But Verkerk is trying his hardest to stay with Brown. Looks on the inside. Not too bit too far back. As Verkerk goes off track, it's the runoff. No doubt that'll be a track limit, maybe. Brown is defending off Verkerk, with Verkerk desperately trying to get past. So Munster, your race leader, is still out in front with a 4.4 gap over Tallaght, closely followed with a 4.3 second gap Prospercil, with El Prentice defending off Crossman, who's just under a second behind, with Gedman. So Serpentine gets in front, and Sarah has nicked the place as well of Gedman, with Gedman looking to come back at him. Coming out of turns 3, run up to turn 4, Sarah makes himself big in the wing mirror. Sweeping turns 4. These three are nicely bunched up for racing. The Serpentine is just in front with a damaged front end to his car. He's holding him off with Sarah just in the background, kicking up a bit of dirt. We get one not too far behind. Sarah seems to not be close enough coming down into this corner to make any type of move.
Okay, the leader is on the final lap now. Give it to him.
So Munster is coming down into turn 1 now to start the final lap, with Tallaght closely followed in second, with Prospercil in third, so the podium as it stands at the moment, with Crossman a little bit too far back to make a move down into turn 1, with Serpentine still defending off Sarah as we go down the field now. Sloot and Brown is currently just in front with Verkerk, not too far behind, with Serpentine under a lot of pressure now from Sarah. Down into turn 1, because Sarah have a good run out on the inside, which he looked. Can he make a stick? Serpentine defending on the inside into this corner. Serpentine breaks very well, keeps it on the inside of the track, running out of turn 3. Sarah putting him under pressure, coming up into turn 4. He's a lot closer. Sarah looking. Whoop. This Gedman is going to capitalise on this as they all continue to race. The Serpentine hitting the escape route. Gedman gained a place with these two Scoblin just in front. As the race leader is coming across the line now, but Serpentine is still holding off Gedman. The Prospercil takes the place of Prentice.
The leader has finished the race.
Prospercil takes third spot, with El Prentice coming across the line in 4th, closely followed by Crossman in 5th. A little bit unfortunate, with Brown and Sloot scrapping it out. There's a little bit too far back to make a move, but maybe coming down into this corner. Brake later. Still defends him off. This goes a little bit wide. Sloot looks. What can he do coming out of this corner? All over the back of him now. Run down, but Brown will keep that place of 13th, with The rest of the cars coming across the line. Now with Verkirk will be the last man across the line. The 15th. So, as the timetable stands for race 1, Munster is your race leader for race 1 with Tallack in second. In in third. El Prentice in fourth with Crossman in fifth. Keller's in sixth. Seventh is Sir Pointine. Eighth is Sarah. Ninth is Gateman. 10 is Townsend. 11th is Gibino. 12th is Harvey. 13th is Brown. 14th is Sloot. 15th is Verkirk. And A Sharp was in the pit. So I'll remind what happened in qualifying will be the race start for race 2 as well. So as we wait for the last car to come across into the pit, the timer to start and countdown end for race 2. As per usual, race 1, race 2, and all the races of the series so far have been absolutely amazing. Battles all over the place. So there is your race winner, Munster. So as we wait for race 2 to start, I'm gonna nip to the toilet in the back. Oh, hey guys. Like that. Race 2 is a night race. So this is going to mix it up a bit. I believe the temperature is a little bit colder from last race, so
30 seconds.
tire temperatures will be crucial. Let's use set up for the night then.
20 seconds.
Munster is
10 seconds.
gonna lead the pack of hungry M2s around this short formation lap. Straight into the race. As we start, Formula Racing League, BMW M2 European Sprint Cup Round 5 at the Hungaroring. And we are...
Green light, green light. Go, go, go.
The drag race down into turn 1. Everybody is it's a lovely shot. The cars, a couple of them squiggle in the darkness. That's a lovely shot, that is. The squabbling at the back, a little bit of door bang, a little bit of door banging. That's what racing's about. Not too much of. Oh, there's a couple of them seem to have gone out of shape. But Munster is under a lot more pressure from Crossman in this race, closely followed by Sharp losing out. So Munster is under a lot more pressure, and can it stay the same? Crossman sticking with him. The Sharp closely followed behind Tulloch. Prentice, Brown breathing all over the back, and then McKellar not too far behind. Sarah's in 8th with Harvey in 9th. Oh, Jabino has a little bit of a spin, and Crossman, can he have a good run out of turns 13 up into turns 14 before the final corner, out to the final corner, give a good run down into turns 1. Munster tries to break the slipstream. I think he will just stick it there with cars coming in the background side by side. With Townsend looking on the inside of Sloot, with Burkirk going a little bit wide up Hospital. Sorry, I'm not doing Burkirk, sorry, yeah. Sloot has a look on Townsend. Can he make it stick? No, but out in front is still your race leader, Crossman with the Sharp. Nicely bunched up with Tulloch taking to the escape route, with El Prentice breathing down his neck. But your race leader is under more pressure in this race than he was in race 1. Keeps her there. Kayla not too far behind with Harvey as well, but Crossman, Sharp have a bit of a breathing space with Brown under pressure from Kayla now. Can Kayla make anything of this? Scrap in the background of Harvey and Sarah. As Kayla is looking on the inside, but it'll be on the outside coming out of this corner with Brown having the better racing line. Coming out of this corner, seems to have a good run out. Kayla putting Brown under pressure. Down into turn one. There you go. Hard and late on the brakes. Keeps it on the inside, going and lost a little bit of traction coming out of that corner with Brown having a good run out of that corner, putting Kayla under pressure on the inside of turn two. Who could have a good run out? It looks like Brown will just be in front. A little bit though bang. It was Sarah putting Kayla under pressure now. As there seems to be 4 cars nice and bunched up down at Townsend with a load of hungry BMWs not too far behind, with Munster currently out in front with a little bit of a gap over Crossman with Sharp in third. Seem to be a little bit spread out between these, with Brown and Kayla having a scrap with Sarah, and a lot more pressure from Harvey now with Townsend, and more pressure on Burkirk and Sloot. Can Townsend defend off Burkirk, who is closely followed behind, who goes off track, and Sloot gains a place. Burkirk defends on the inside with Jabino having a look on the outside as they are tight. Coming out of turns 12 down into turns 13. Looking on the inside, looking on the outside. Cars going 3 abreast into the final corner. Mr. Gedman not too far behind. Oh, Mr. Gedman has joined this battle as he looks to go on the inside of Jabino, coming down into turn 1. Can Gedman make it stick? He does, and he backs out a little bit. Gets a little bit out of shape in that corner with Jabino putting Burkirk under more pressure. Gedman closely followed behind, with the telemetry looking a little bit spaced out by a second. Or these guys are having a scrap. Gedman all over the back of Jabino, with Burkirk going wide. The Sloot just under a second gap over Burkirk, but coming out of this tricky couple of corners, anything can happen.
The pit is now open.
So Burkirk is under pressure, had to back out of it. Jabino, good reaction not to make contact. Jabino is having a look on the inside. Gedman may just stay behind. No, he looks on the inside too. Another up. The contact. Jabino sticks on track. Gedman gains 2 places. He is the winner out of that battle, with Kayla still in front of Sarah, who gains a place on Sarah, I believe. The Tilak closely followed by Prentice. Scrap for the 3rd spot on the podium. Not too far behind is Brown and Keller. And Sierra, sorry. Oh no. So the race leader Munster is currently on lap 4. A Sharp in second, with Tulloch in third. Closely followed by Prentice in fourth. Brown is in fifth. Keller closely followed by Sarah with 6 and 7. Harvey in 8. Daza in 9th, going. Keeps it on track. Sloot with Gedman breathing down his neck in 10 and 11. Gibino in 12. Bekirk in the pit with Pospusel 2. Korosman is in 15th. And Sir 19 is in 16th. So Talak has Prentice all over the back of him now. Have a good run up into turn 14. Drag race down into turn 1. Apprentice a little bit too far back. Brown just in front of Keller, but a little bit too far back to make a move. So Gedman is closing on Sloot. As they come down and around turn 1 with Gedman having a better racing line, with Sloot going a little bit wide and keeping it nice and tight on the inside. Might have a good run out of the corner, put him under pressure, but I think he's a little bit too far back. So looking at the telemetry, everybody seems to be a little bit spaced out. There's 2 battles going on currently at the moment between Brown and Keller. You have Sloot and Gedman scrapping it out. They're not too far behind though, within 14, 15 seconds behind. Not too bad. The pit stops, anything can happen too. I think Sloot is just in front of Gedman coming down into turn 12. But your race leader Munster is currently out in front with A Sharp closely followed behind. Tulloch is not too far behind in third. So that's your podium sitters at the moment with their Apprentice coming into the pit. The Brown still out in front of Keller. Sarah not too far behind with Sarah and Harvey and Townsend. Townsend making himself look big in the wing mirror of Harvey. But looked like Dazzard had a better run out that corner, but lost a bit of control, lost a bit of time too. Closely followed by Sloot and Gedman, with Gedman making a place on Sloot this time. Must have been a run down into turn 1. Gedman defend off Sloot now. The tables have turned. Oh no, as there is an unfortunate incident, but the racing continues between these two. Can Gedman defend off Sloot? Whoa. So Munster is on 6 laps. Coming around to do his 7th lap. So Brown, I think, I don't know, may have gone a little bit wide. Can Caleb put him into... Can Caleb have a good run out of the final corner? Is he a little bit closer? I think he may be a little bit too far back. Maybe a good run out this turn 1 can make a difference. The Brown seems to have kept it in front of Kayla, with Kayla braking hard behind, trying to gain some time on the car in front. With El Prentice currently leading the pit stop to Verkerk in second, and Pospisil in third of the pit stops. Just have a look around and see where everybody is. So Munster is coming around turn 9 up into turn 10 with Prentice, coming out to the pits, but oh no, there's a hell of a difference. El Prentice is down in 43 seconds. He must have lost a lot of time. Not too sure what happened then. But Jabino is under a pressure from Sloot now. Jabino hold him off. Does it go a little bit wide? No doubt there's going to be a few trial warnings there tonight. We're just under halfway of the race to go. About another 15-16 minutes. Potentially. Jabino comes into the pit with Sloot staying out. With Crossman Serpentine down there, needing to make their pit, so everybody in orange still needs to make their pit. Munster is a race leader with A Sharp, closely followed by in second. Talak in third, so there are your podiums as it stands at the moment. These have still got to come into the pit. Del Prentice coming around the final corner now. So, your race leader Munster has the fastest lap. But anything can happen with the other guys that haven't pitted as well, like A Sharp, Talak. Can these guys come in a little bit later and have less fuel coming out with fresh tyres and put in the quality laps for the last couple of minutes? I think you've got to come in with 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes left of the race. That is when the pit closes, I believe. The track is optimum. Munster is the race leader out in front, having a nice race. A tricky first couple of laps of the race, but sticking it out in first again. A very dominant man on the racetrack in the championship. A Sharp is up in the points, not too far behind. Having a good race in second, with Talak in the pit, with Kayla in third, coming around turn 1 now, and Talak is in the pit. And fourth is coming up into turn 2. God, Munster has a hell of a gap. So he's there. Sharp there. Talak has made his pit there. Talak could be on fresher tyres like the car. He could do the two of them, yeah? Maybe, depending on how the pit entry, depending on the pit entry and the entry into the pit box. Verkerk is under pressure from Gedman, who looks to go on the outside. A drag race down into turn 1. Can Gedman do him on the brakes, or Verkerk defend him off? Picks up a lot of rubble on the dirty side of the track. Gedman with the racing line, but he chooses to try the outside, but not too far behind, coming down into turn 2. Give a good run out to turn 3, up the hill in turn 4. Verkerk defending Gedman, that goes a little bit wide with Gedman. Looking to go on the outside, can he make a stick? Verkerk keeps it on the inside. Gedman wins out of the pair of them. Talak under a lot of pressure from Prentice. So Talak is currently a race leader on pit stops, with Prentice in second and Brown in third on the pit stops, with Sarah in 4th. Not too far behind Brown. So, can Talak defend off Prentice in this race? Prentice had Pospisil all over the back of him in race 1, but Prentice got Talak got Prentice behind him now. So Prentice is attacking this race as he was defending last race. A good race. Bit of a gap with Brown spinning. Talak still holding off Prentice. As a race leader, A-Sharp is into the pit. I think Townsend will have to come in this pit as well, who's currently in second. A-Sharp coming into the pit with Munster in third, but currently win out the pit stop. So Munster's coming down into turn 12. A-Sharp is in the pit now. Munster's here. Munster will definitely come out in front. Well, I don't know. M2 and A. It might be tight though.
Pit window is now closed.
As Munster is around the final corner, and A-Sharp is... Oh, that's not A-Sharp. That's somebody else. As Munster is crossing the line in first. With A-Sharp coming out to the pit now with about 4 seconds behind. Talak in third, Apprentice in 4th. Wells just come out to the pit for there, and the Munster in front. Sharp. Needs a telemetry to change. Brown and Sierra still scrapping it out. Crossman, Pospacel and Surfing Hill still going strong. Verkerk is still out there with Gedman, Jabino, everybody still racing with Townsend. We're currently in 5th. Still needs to make his pit stop. Brown has got Sarah all over the back of him now. Can you hold him off? Just under 6 minutes to go. A good scrap up into the chicane. Turns 5 and 6. Well, chicane is one turn, is it? We have a run out to turns 9, sweeping turns 10 and 11. Track limit 11. Keep it. Definitely track limit. It catches everybody out. Tilak not too far in front of Prentice. Just under a second. Brown still holding off Sarah. And Townsend and Jabino are scrapping it out. Up into the final corner. Just over 4.5 minutes to go with Jabino puts on a show. Hungaroring drift. Keeps on track. Keeps racing. Good control. With Munster with a nice gap of 8 seconds over A Sharp. Tilak in 3rd, still on the podium in 3rd spot. Apprentice for the last couple of minutes. Get a little bit closer and put her under pressure with the last couple of minutes to go. Keller having a good race in 5th. And Brown in 6th, Sarah in 7th, 8th is Sloot. So Townsend, Daza. Will pick up a penalty for not pitting. The Jabino taking a place off him. But can Daza come back? Hard on the brakes. We'll look a little bit further down the field. Jabino and Daza are still going at it. Whoop. The sideways coming out that corner there. Jabino, I think may have went a little bit deep in that corner. Daza not too far behind. So it's coming around the final corner. Daza close enough. A bit squibbly coming out that corner. That's a little bit too far behind. You can have the better run out of turn 1 down into turns 2 and 3. Doesn't seem to be close enough to make a move. So as your race leader out in front on lap 13. Just under 2 minutes to go. He'll cross the line and that will be the last lap. So we got one more lap. Unless he can get under track limits. But he's having a good storm of a race, he was. 8 seconds, picking up half a second since the last time, for a minute. He's on the stormer now.
Leaders on final lap now.
Closely followed by Sharp in second, Tulloch in third. Prentice is in fourth, coming across the line with Kayla. Wee, having a bit of fun in fifth, and Brown in sixth. Sarah currently in seventh, Sloot in eighth. Gibino with Daza closely followed by behind him in the 10th. 11th is Gedman. Burkirk is 12th. Crossman 13th. Hospital 14th. Surf 19. 15th. But Kandaza put him under pressure coming down to turn 1. Makes himself big in the mirror. Trying to put him off. Put him under pressure. He's not close enough to make any type of move coming down this corner. He'll just jump on board with the race leader, Munster, who's been dominant. From laps 3 and 4 onwards, he's just crept ever further away from everyone. In the championship, he's on top spot. Sujibina and Daza. The race leader comes around the final corner now to pick up his 8th win out of the 10 races so far of the series, with A Sharp coming across the line in second, closely followed by Talak. Not too far behind is Prentice. Kela around the last corner. Brown, ooh, that's a bit of fun coming across the line in 6th, with Sarah in 7th. Sloot comes across the line in 8th. Gibino is still holding off Daza in 9th, with Townsend coming across in 10th with a 130 second penalty, with Gedman in 11th. Burkirk is in 12th, Crossman in 13th, 14th is Pospisil, and Sir 15 in 15th. So your race leader Munster out with another dominant race. That's 8 wins out of 10 for him now, with A Sharp on the podium in second. Talak, the Flying Scotsman, is in... Who's still out there doing donuts? Let's have a look. Who's still out there? I like... Alright. Nah, drink some donuts, as we say. Right. So Munster wins the race of race 2 with A Sharp in second, and Talaka is third. So race 1, Munster come first, Talaka in second, and Pospisil in third, with Prentice picking up 4th, Crossman in 5th, Kerala 6th, Serpentine is 7th, Sarah was 8th, 9 is Gedman, Townsend 10th, 11th is Gibino, 12 is Harvey, 13 is Brown, 14 is Sloot, Burkirk in 15th, A Sharp is 16th. That was race 1. Race 2, A Sharp had a different outcome compared to race 1, but Munster still won race 2 with A Sharp in second, with the Flying Scotsman coming home in third. picking up another podium, 2 podiums in a row for him as well in this race. With El Prentice coming across the line in 4th, O'Kelly in 5th, Brown in 6th, Santacera, Salute in 8th, Gibino 9, Gaedmont 10, Vergeg 11, Townsend in 12th, Crossman in 13th, Pospisil in 14th, Serpentine is 15th, Harvey 16th. So that's your race 1 and 2 at the Hungaroring round 5 Formula Racing League BMW M2 European Sprint Cup Championship round 5 of the Hungaroring, and we look forward to Paul Ricard next week. So that is next week's race, so I look forward to racing in there. But what an absolute another good night of racing from all, and I'll see you on track next week. Peace.